my knife. Keep it.
Hello everyone, today we're going to be looking at the Warmtuyo 4K night vision goggles. We'll take a look at what's in the box and we'll do some testing. But let me just make a disclaimer. Warmtuyo reached out to me and asked me to review these. I didn't pay for them. I said I would. My channel is about knife making and 90% of my customers or more are outdoorsmen, hunters, and fishermen, and we use things like this. So I thought it'd be a good fit for the channel. So let's get out and see what's in the box. Now it came in a cardboard box and then it was only packed on one side, which was this side. You can see here the damage that happened. I'm assuming that somebody like Jim Carrey from Pet Detective delivered it, so I was kind of worried about it. So I've already opened it. So we're gonna just show you how it came in the box. But I opened it, charged it, and made sure it was working because no need to do a review if it was damaged. But you got your directions. Directions are actually pretty good. They're straightforward. And you'll find that this thing is pretty intuitive. I really didn't even need them, but I did read them. And you got the lens cleaner. And this is your strap to hold it. And we'll install that. You've got your charger, USB to USB-C. And we've got our goggles. Now, like I said, I've already opened it. It had these lens protectors on it, but I've already taken them off. And there's one on the front, or on the back, actually. You look through this end. It's got like a 3-inch screen or so there. Pretty nice. And I also have to say that I have nothing to compare this to because I've never had one of these or used one. I mean, I have trail cameras with IR, but so take that for what it's worth. I've never had one, so this will be, new to me. So to start with, let's start here on the bottom. So here's your charging port for your USB-C. You got a power on and your mini card that goes in there. Now, they suggest once you power it on, leave it powered on because you're going to actually turn it on here on top. So once you power it on, leave it on unless for long-term storage. That was what was in the directions. I don't know exactly why, but I guess it pays to read the directions. So you seal that back up. It's got a nice boot cover there. It's not waterproof. You also have a 1/4-20 here, and to mount on a tripod. And I can say, as we'll see later, that's pretty nice to have. You also have a focus wheel here. And we're moving on to the top side, and you have your function buttons. You got a power on. You got a camera button to take photos or video. You got your menu button to go through your whole menu. A light. This is your daytime mode and IR function buttons, and we'll demonstrate that a little later. You got your shooting mode for video or photos, and then you've got a playback button. And here's where your lanyard goes, or strap goes rather, and we'll get that threaded on. It's pretty light. It's not, something heavy. And I will say that they call these goggles, but this is more like binoculars. I mean, you don't wear this. It's not like a, traditional sense of goggles. It is binoculars to me. All right, we'll get this out of the way. We're going to go through our menu stuff and just take a look at it. And we'll be doing some testing. I'm going to come up here and hit the power button. And that'll bring up like a welcome screen. Right now it's on daytime mode. And of course you can't see anything in here. I'm going to go ahead and press the menu button. And that'll bring up all of our menu items. And we're just going to use the up and down arrows here for your IR to scroll through the menu. So I'll come here, scroll down. This would be your photo resolution. And then I will select the OK button or camera button to go to the expanded menu in photo resolution settings. Right now I got it on the highest setting. I just come back here once I select what I want, hit OK, and I can continue to scroll down to each and every one and do the same thing. It's pretty self-explanatory. And I didn't have any issues figuring this one out. So you got, screen brightness. I left it where it's at. You've got timers for your power off, like an automatic timer. I think mine's on 5 minutes. Frequency, operating frequency. This is your hertz. In the US, that should be set at 60 hertz. And in Europe, 50 hertz. So if I go up there, I'll hit my camera button and I can select with those up and down arrows for which one I want. Hit the camera button and we're set at our 60 hertz. Like I said, this is pretty self-explanatory. Pick your settings. You can format your card there by selecting that one. And you can check out your version. And set your date, time, and all of that same way. Just drill down, hit your OK button, and you can drill down. Okay, I'm on the hertz. Nothing real, difficult about this. Going through your menu settings, you set your language, your time, so you'll have your correct time stamp on here. And that's pretty self-explanatory itself. You can go through and set every bit of that. So pretty much it on the menu. Now we're going to set up and take a look at some night shots. All right, let's go ahead and put the strap on. It's pretty slick here the way this works. I mean, that's nice. You don't have to weave them through something like you do cameras. These nice clips that you can take on and off. It's pretty nice. Guess I could have took my hat off. All right, that feels pretty comfortable. Like I was saying before, this does have a daytime mode, but I know, like me, most of you probably want to see how this does at night. I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to go out and check it. So we're going to go out and do some night shooting with it, go through some of these IR settings, zoom, function, focus, and that kind of stuff, and see how she performs in pure darkness. Let's do it. All right, so right now, I'm outside. It is pitch black. I've got the goggles, binoculars set up right here, and I'm looking out into the forest and back to my lit shop. So that's how I'm able to see me in the camera here. So we're going to set up right here and we're going to take a look at the different functions. But I just want you to see what we're looking at here. I will video what we're looking at through the goggles. So right now what I'm going to do is hit the power button, get her turned on, and we're going to light up our buttons so we can see them. So right now I got a light on my head. I'm going to move it out of the way so we can kind of see here. We're looking into pitch black, and we're going to use the camera in the goggles to record what we're looking at. So I'm going to come here. I've got it set on 4K, and now we're recording. All right, I got it set up in daytime mode when I powered it on, and although it does capture audio, it's not that great, so I'm capturing it separately. So what I'm going to start doing is hitting the up arrow and start increasing the IR light. Right now it's on level 1. We're going to go to level 2, and so on. And as you continue bumping the up arrow, you'll leave out of daytime mode, go into that IR mode, and I'm just going to keep bumping it till I get satisfied to where I can see what I want to see here. Now it can go up 9 levels in brightness, and so we'll just keep doing that until we get what we like. And that's pretty bright right there. I'm going to use the focus wheel here and try to pull it in focus where it's clear. And I am sitting on a tripod, so it's a lot more stable than hand holding. And now if you move this too fast, you're going to get that rolling shutter effect where it kind of looks like jello on the sides of your frames. As you can see, it's lit up pretty good back there, but I'm going to go ahead and start bumping it up. I'm on level 7. Now I'll go to level 8 and level 9, and that's pretty bright. Now to zoom in, just hold down your IR up button, get the zoom you want, and I'm going to use the focus wheel to pull in a little focus. And I'm on a tripod, still a little shaky, and focus wheel is a little hard to get to because of where it is located next to the mounting screw for the tripod. Just playing around with this focus wheel, it's just hard to get to. But as you can see, it's lit up very well back here. and I kind of bumped the IR down a little bit, get that back up. But yes, it does a awesome job, in my opinion, of lighting up the whole property back there. I mean, I can see everything. If there was something back there, I'd see it. But having it on a tripod really helps, because if you hand hold it, it's not going to be steady footage like this. And as you could see in that Bigfoot footage, I was hand holding that. Some of it I was zoomed in a little too close, but even still, it is hard to hold steady without a tripod. And there's no image stabilization, so you're fighting all of that. A tripod is a must, or have it propped up on something. I mean, that is pretty impressive. I mean, I live out in the country and I can see everything. Now again, I don't have nothing to go by as comparison other than trail cameras, and they're really no comparison to this as far as what they're used for. But pretty amazing to me. I don't see any animals back there, but you know, it also take photos, and I could switch modes over the photo and take a photograph, which is pretty cool. As you can see, it is pitch black all the way around me, and this thing lights up the woods like unbelievable. Totally impressive. And these are not some kind of expensive, nothing like that. Let's go back and talk about the pros and cons. Let's talk about the cons first, things I don't like. This focus wheel, I don't like it being on the bottom. You know, I consider this to be binoculars or night vision binoculars. You know, they're called goggles, that's fine. But I like to be able to rest those in my hands like this and move a focus wheel. You know, if this wheel could have been here, that would have been very nice. So what it means is I have to get under here like this to focus. And again, putting it on a tripod, the mounting hole is up here by the focus wheel. So it possibly is going to get in your way like it did of your tripod. So I had to ease my thumb under there to get to it. Not crazy about that. The other thing is image stabilization. There is no image stabilization. So holding this by hand is, you saw the Bigfoot footage, is hard to hold, especially if you're zoomed way in. If you get way out, not so bad. You can see in the Bigfoot footage that I'm way out, that it's not so bad. But when you put this on a tripod, you totally shut all that down. You know, it does have the rolling shutter effect where you jello on each side if you pan too fast or just a little bit, but you move it slow, it's okay. Now, your zoom is digital. It's not an optical zoom that I can tell. So, all right, but let's talk about what I do like. It's light. It's very lightweight, so it's not like you got 10 pounds hanging on your neck. I do like having that 1/4-20 port there to put it on a tripod, because you definitely need that. But the image quality coming out of there, I mean, you can shoot up to 4K, and that's what I was shooting, you were seeing. And I mean, total darkness there. I can see everything. And you've got 9 levels of IR. Daytime, I'm not going to be using this in the daytime. You know, it has a daytime mode, so you can, shoot daytime footage, but I use a camera for that, but a regular camera. But nighttime, I'm totally impressed. And for a Black Friday price, I think it is $69, I would definitely buy this. If you got any questions, leave them down below. I'll also leave a link in the description if you'd like to get one of these at no extra cost to the buyer. I just get a small commission fee. If you got any questions, again, leave them down below. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.